Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to see about the appendix. The topics what we are going to cover in this video are introduction, dimensions of the appendix, then positions, then appendicular orifice, lumen of the appendix, peritoneal relations, blood supply, nerve supply and lymphatic drainage. Now coming to the introduction of the appendix. So appendix is nothing but a vestigial organ and it is a worm-like structure arising just below 2 cm from the ileocecal orifice. Once again I am repeating, it is a worm-like structure arising just 2 cm below the ileocecal orifice. See, this is the ileum, a portion of small intestine, and this is the cecum, a portion of large intestine, right? So the place where the ileum opens into the cecum is called as the ileocecal orifice. So from that about 2 cm below is the appendicular orifice. So this is the appendicular orifice. It is about 2 cm below from the ileocecal orifice. This is ileocecal orifice. Ileocecal orifice, and this is the appendicular orifice. So this is the ileocecal orifice and this is the appendicular orifice. Now you might have come to a conclusion that this appendix, it arises from the cecum and that too on the posteromedial side. So this appendix, it arises from the cecum, the posteromedial wall. So once again I am repeating, see, the appendix is a worm-like structure and it is also a vestigial organ, that is, it is of no use, right? So this appendix is a worm-like structure arising just 2 cm below the ileocecal orifice and it arises from the cecum and that too on the posteromedial wall of the cecum. Now we have completed the introduction. Now coming to the dimensions of the appendix. So this appendix, it measures about 2 to 20 centimeters in length. So it may be 2 cm or it may be 20 cm, right, with an average of 9 cm. And most of the people, the appendix measures about 9 cm in length. So now comparing the dimensions of appendix in children with that of the adult. So in children, the appendix is longer compared to that of the adult and it is shorter in adult. Then coming to the width. So width, it is broader, whereas in adult it is obliterated, and that too after the middle age the appendix may get completely obliterated, that is in post midlife. Once again I am repeating the dimensions of the appendix. So it may vary from 2 to 20 cm in length and approximately and in average it is about 9 centimeters in length. Then in children it is longer and in adults it is shorter, and in children it is broader and in adult, and that too particularly after the post midlife it gets completely obliterated. It may get completely obliterated. Now we have completed the dimensions of the appendix. Now coming to the positions. Before that I would like to talk about the abdominal quadrants, right? Hope you all know that the 4 planes divide the abdomen into 9 quadrants. Let us see what are the planes. One is the right lateral plane and the next is the left lateral plane. These 2 planes, they pass longitudinally through the abdomen. And there are also 2 other planes that pass horizontally. One is transpyloric plane and the other one is transtubercular plane. If you know the level at which the transpyloric plane and transtubercular plane passes through, then do comment in the comment box. So these are the 4 planes and it divides the abdomen into 9 quadrants. So let us now see what are the quadrants. So the quadrants are right hypochondric region, epigastric region, left hypochondric region, then right lumbar region, then umbilical region, then left lumbar region, then right iliac region, then hypogastric and left iliac region. So this appendix, it actually lies in the right iliac region. So appendix actually lies in the right iliac region. So once again I am repeating, this appendix lies in the right iliac region. Now coming to the positions of the appendix. See, this appendix, it has a base attached to the cecum. So this does not move, and a body and a tip. See, this tip can point in any directions. Based on that, the position of the appendix varies. Now let us see the positions of the appendix. The first one is paracolic position. Arising from the cecum, the appendix, it may pass behind the cecum and to the right, and it is called as paracolic or 11 o'clock position. The next one is retrocolic, retrocecal or 12 o'clock position. About 65% of the people, they have this retrocolic or retrocecal position. So see, the appendix, it may lie behind the cecum, or it also may lie behind the ascending colon. So this is the retrocolic position. Retrocolic or retrocecal or 12 o'clock position. The next one is splenic position. That is, the appendix passes towards the left to point towards the spleen. Again, it is of two types. One is the pre-ileal and the other one is the post-ileal. With respect to the position of the ileum, if it lies in front of the ileum, it is called as pre-ileal, and if it lies behind the ileum, it is called as post-ileal. See, this one is the pre-ileal position and this is the post-ileal position. Of these two types, post-ileal is most dangerous. It is also given another name, that is 2 o'clock position or splenic position. Coming to the next type, that is the promontoric. So this promontoric position, actually the appendix passes horizontally towards the sacral promontory, that is, it points towards the sacral promontory, and hence it is called as promontoric position, or it is also called as 3 o'clock position. The next one is pelvic position. Actually, it may descend towards the pelvic and it may lie in the pelvic region, and it is called as the pelvic position or 4 o'clock position. This is the second most common position of the appendix. The next position is midinguinal position. Actually, this lies below the cecum. So it is called as subcecal or midinguinal because it points towards the inguinal ligament. So it is also called as midinguinal or subcecal or 6 o'clock position. Of all these positions, the most common is retrocolic. It accounts in about 65% of the population. And the second most common is the pelvic type, and it accounts about in 30% of the population. And the most dangerous type is the post-ileal position of the appendix. Let us once again revise the positions of the appendix. So 12 o'clock position, it is also called as retrocolic. It lies behind the colon, or it is also called as retrocecal, that it may lie behind the cecum. And the 6 o'clock position, it is called as subcecal because it lies below the cecum, or it may be also called as the midinguinal position because it points towards the inguinal ligament. Then coming to the 3 o'clock position, it passes horizontally and it points towards the promontory, sacral promontory, and hence it is called as promontoric position. And then coming to the 4 o'clock position, it points towards the pelvis and hence it is called as pelvic position. Then 2 o'clock, it points towards the spleen, so it is also called as splenic position, and it comprises again based on the position of the appendix with respect to the ileum. One is the pre-ileal and the other one is the post-ileal. Then coming to the next position, that is it passes towards the right and behind the cecum, and it is called as the paracolic position. Once again I am repeating. See, 12 o'clock position, it is called as retrocolic or retrocecal. Then 2 o'clock position, it is called as splenic position or pre-ileal and post-ileal with respect to the position of appendix in regards with the ileum. Then 3 o'clock position or promontoric position. Then 4 o'clock position or pelvic position. Then 6 o'clock position or subsequal or midinguinal position. Then of course 11 o'clock position or paracolic position.